Since I was very young, I had a curiosity for life. And also because I was witnessing all the contradictions between what happened in my family, in my school, in my society. And I was saying, what is going on here? I want to find what is the real meaning of love, what is the real meaning of freedom, but I couldn't find it. Not in a religion, not in a philosophy, nothing. But I was always searching for something. And then life pushes me, this black hole, and wow. But then in that black hole, I found a treasure, and I found myself, and it was amazing.
Welcome to I Share Hope, the podcast where world leaders share their real stories of hope and how you can use actionable hope to start changing your life today. And now, here's your host, Chris Williams.
Hello, Jamie.
Jaime.
Jaime. All right, so pronounce your last name, Jaime. I'm so sorry.
Chris. Yes, hi, Chris. How are you?
Very well. Tell me, pronounce your whole name. I want to get it right.
Jaime. You see, because my name is a Spanish name.
I love it. I love it.
So, the J, the J.
Okay.
That's
Jaime.
Like Jose.
Absolutely. So, Jaime, and then pronounce your last name for me.
Bautista.
Bautista. Jaime Bautista.
Jaime Bautista, yeah.
I love that. I like the way it sounds better. It sounds way better than what I was going to say.
Pardon me?
It sounds better than the way I would have pronounced it. That's fantastic. I love it.
Okay. Anyway, so I mean, you know, with living in England for a while, I'm getting used to people try to call me Jamie, James. Okay, fine. So I had to say, sorry, Jaime.
Jaime. Fantastic, man. It's great. So you're in England now, right?
Yes, I live in England I have been living in England for the last 35 years, something like that.
But you're from Colombia, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, what brought you to England from Colombia?
Curiosity. Since I was quite young, I always would like to come to Europe, because in Europe everything happens. You see, the Bolshevik Revolution, the French Revolution, the Industrial Revolution. So I said, "Wow, I want to see that continent."
Yeah,
it's amazing. But yes, so I came just to see, but I never had the intention to stay longer. But within the first month, they offered me my first exhibition.
Wow.
Art exhibition. So I said, well, why not? So then I met Princess Anne at the exhibition.
Wow.
How do you do? and at that time, my English was almost none, very little, you know, but I managed.
And did she pronounce your name Jaime or Jamie?
No, she never pronounced anything. She said, how do you do?
So you come from Colombia, your first art expedition, and you meet a princess.
Yeah, exactly. It was like I never in my dreams, you know, never in my mind was like, you know, I just came to see, because at that moment I really want to do make films, you know. So
Yeah.
my aim was making films and going to Europe, but no, it was like that. Very quick.
Amazing. It never happens. That's really great.
But yeah, it wasn't planned.
All right, so if I'm reading this right, if I understand it, you're from Colombia, an ex-student of civil engineering. You didn't go that way. You went towards art.
I know, exactly, because when I went to study civil engineering, you know,
Yeah.
when I was little, I really believed that being good on mathematics was synonymous to be intelligent. And I want to be intelligent. So I had to be very good on mathematics. So of course, my life was pushing me towards engineering.
Yeah.
So
So you're extremely involved with children and children's art, not art that you hang in a child's room, although it could hang in a child's room, but you're using the tools that a child can use in a kindergarten classroom, right?
yes.
And you're doing things and in leadership positions and exploring ideas in the art world and in bringing art to people in new ways that I've read through so many things. You've been cited on the BBC network. You've got all kinds of awards from Counterpoint, your Shape. That's a huge organization.
Yes.
The British Refugee Council, Save the Children. I mean, it goes on and on. How'd you get into all this? What made you decide, I don't want to go and be a smart engineer who knows about math, but I want to be an artist?
No. You see, even I didn't. I have, and I still I don't have any inclination to become an artist or full-time artist.
Okay.
It happens because when I was little, I developed the skill to make things with plasticine, and it was brilliant. So, anyways, but you grow up and you forget about those things. But then when I was asked to leave university because my academic performance was very bad, so they, sorry, Jaime, you have to go. Okay, so it was very scary.
Oh.
And I had to confront myself to a reality. What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? And it was the breaking point for many things. It was the time that I find what real was inside myself, the real me.
That's great. Wow.
And then this story started developing from there. And at that time, I was just writing and reading and preaching what I had found in myself. So I was trying to inspire people through my own experience.
Sure. That's beautiful. Not many people get a chance or take the chance to find who they really are,
Yeah, since I was very, very young, I had a curiosity for life. And also because I was witnessing all the contradictions between what happened in my family, in my school, in my society. And I was saying, what is going on here? I want to find what is the real meaning of love, what is the real meaning of freedom, but I couldn't find it. Not in a religion, not in a philosophy, nothing. So I was always searching for something.
Yeah.
And then life pushes me. Without, and then I was this black hole, and wow. But then in that black hole, I found a treasure, and I found myself, and it was amazing.
Yeah, that is, I love that. You found a treasure, and you found yourself. It was you.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
And that's why it was my motivation immediately to share it with everyone else.
Beautiful. I've never heard it said that way. I love that. Wow, what a privilege, Jaime, to have you on the show. So
thank you.
Here's what we're doing. We're interviewing 1,000 people from around the world and asking them the same 5 questions about hope. Because we know that hope is a universal thing that people use and survive with on a daily basis and share it with other people. Some people we interview don't believe in hope. Some people do. But all of them, ironically, are sharing, I would say, some version of hope in their own way. So you answer these questions however you want, but I really appreciate you being here. So question number 1, what is your favorite quote or definition or your belief about hope?
Okay. For me, it is a very good question because for me, hope is to be able to rewrite the script of our lives. So we can rewrite the script of our lives. So when you are born, you are presented with a script, your parents, your family, but here you are. And also they ask you can choose what to be. That's good. And also they advise you, better you become this or this. Yeah. So you take a role with the script.
Yeah.
But sometimes the script doesn't work or doesn't make you happy. Then it's when hope becomes very powerful because you have the ability, you have the power to rewrite the script. So if you are not happy, Just do it. Even you can choose a different character
Yeah.
until you are satisfied. So we have that chance. We have that opening.
That's a great point.
Yeah. So then is when hope always is there for us, for everyone. You don't have to be bright, excellent. No, we are ordinary people with the same kind of expectations about life. We need to fulfill our dreams.
You're right. Wow. Wow. All right, so who has shared that kind of hope with you? That's a powerful way to present hope. Who's given that to you?
Wow. Sorry, I mean, who I had shared it with?
Who
Is the
is
question?
who's shared that with you? Who's empowered that and invested that kind of hope in you, saying, I believe in you, Jaime, and I believe that you can go do something great and you can change your life. Who's told you those kind of things?
Myself.
That is good. That's a good answer.
Myself. I mean, of course, since I was born, there were people. They motivate me, to help me to keep going and to achieve something. But to be honest, the real answer was in myself. Because most of the time we spend time looking for something there. And every time it looks farther away. And we don't realize it. That it's just here
Yeah.
inside ourselves. See?
Yeah.
So that's why we need to get back there.
That's
And
great.
it's the
That is,
source of everything.
oh, I love that, because you're right. You can't, sometimes things around you don't work out the way, and a friend may pass away or move on or change, and you can't have everything tied up in that other person. You have to believe that you're worth it and that you are that treasure that you talked about. I love that.
Absolutely, because I mean, at the end of the day, you are on your own. See, even the closest person to you can do anything about you. Apart from comforting you or motivating. Because this pain, I can feel it. Just me, not
Right.
you.
Right. Didn't hurt me.
Or this also is for me.
Yeah.
So it's me. So everything comes from yourself. And then when we can recognize that, we can be one with everyone,
Wow.
everybody. Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's for sure. That's when love and freedom becomes one.
Yeah.
One thing.
You're right. Okay, so tell me a time in your life. Take us back to a moment, a place where you really needed hope and you had to really reach inside and remember the things you're telling me to pull through. What was going on? How did it work out?
Oh, well, it was the time when I was kicked out from university,
Yeah, yeah.
and I really I was. Since I was little, I was very popular, very confident, good on sports, good academically,
Sure.
good with the girls, everything.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I knew my confidence was going down, and it was terrifying. I mean, it was really, I was scared. So it was the moment that I confront myself. I said, "Wow, I need to do something." So then, that door opened because I knew that it was a light there, even in the darkness in my life. It was a light there because we haven't.
Yeah.
We don't see it because we get panic or we get blind because of the problems of the situation. But if I always use an analogy. Just for example, if I'm having a handful of feathers, in my hand, and then I trip over, all the feathers go everywhere. And if I start chasing them, they go further away.
Yeah.
So it's better to allow them to come down, and then you can pick up one by one again. So, that happened to me. I was desperate. But then somehow, I say, okay, stop. Find for something. And then I find it.
That's a great analogy. That's a great analogy. That happens to me when I have a change. If you change employment position, or you change something in a relationship in your life, or you have to change a neighborhood, or kids changing schools, or there's some big issue of health that comes up in your life, and it feels like I've never thought that it feels like feathers all of a sudden getting away from you, and you can't. Of all the times when you wanted those feathers to be in one place, it's right then. But the more you chase them and the more you scramble, the farther they get away.
Yes.
And
yes.
It's true that every now and then I'm smart enough to slow down and take a breath and let things settle and look around, and I start realizing, okay, I can go get that one back and that one back. And 3 or 4 of them I might not be able to get back, but that's okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
But you get the majority.
Yeah, you do.
Absolutely, yeah.
But if I'm frantic, I lose the majority.
Yeah. That's true. So
Wow.
that's
Good analogy. So how are you sharing hope with other people in your life today? What do you do around the world and around your town?
I mean, everything began in Colombia, especially when I found this treasure. So for me, it was like, I'm still feeling a millionaire. Of course, I don't have money in my pocket. There's a few pennies, but inside myself, yes, I am a millionaire. And I also I'm no fear about tomorrow. Not at all. Not at all. So what I had done since that moment, I was 23 when that happened. I was quite young. And then I started developing the art projects. It was something that I was looking at my box of toys that I left behind. I said, "What I got here?" and I'm by accident playing with a child. I rediscovered the plasticine, and of course I had the skill. The skill never goes. It's like when you know how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
Even if we live for a while, you get around. So the skill was there. So I started developing the technique and sharing it with children with learning difficulties, including autistic, physical and mentally, everyone. So, and still, until this moment, I have been doing this all these years with different kind of people in different places in the world, whatever.
Wow, that's fantastic.
I think I found my right character and the right script. I mean, I change it time to time. I change the script and I can refine it.
Yeah.
When I get bored, I say, okay, I can do something else. Yeah, but but it's in everyone. You can do it. We can do it, and that's why I'm trying to encourage people. I always try to. I mean, I in general, I love people. In general, everyone.
I can tell. Yeah.
But of course, I always on the side of the people that needed more. So of course, yeah. So I can share it. I can share it, and I can light that little candle.
A little spark in somebody else's. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do I start sharing hope with myself or with somebody else? Just simple steps that I can go through today. We hang up this phone call or conversation here on this video chat, and what do I do next to start sharing hope or being a more hopeful person?
Okay. I think the very first thing that we must do is to believe in ourselves, to believe that we have something to share. Doesn't matter how little, how big, that's irrelevant. But everyone has something to share. So helping others help us to grow that hope and also passing that send message to everyone. So it's about believing in ourselves. It's to regain that power. And it's like it's like regaining the innocence again. And when we regain the innocence, then everything becomes clear. Nothing complex, nothing sophisticated, simple. So then we can see, like on the screen, our ourselves with all the potential to help ourselves and to help so many people in the world. So
Yeah.
it begins there.
That's good advice. That's really good advice. I love this. So tell us how we can find out more about you. Are you on a website, social media, places that we can find
Yes,
out what you're doing? Yeah.
it's a website. I mean, I'm trying to create a blog. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
people ask me all the time, and
I have one in front of me here. Is it smartnetwork.org.uk?
yes, it is. It
Awesome.
is. So yeah, so probably next year I will do it.
And
But I mean,
do you have YouTube videos there? I see some like a YouTube channel,
yes,
Smart
that's
Network
one.
videos.
Yes, and it's one very nice. I went to China. I was invited 2 years ago, in 2013, and I was working with children with learning and physical disabilities, and it was beautiful because the language barrier. You say, "Oh, how I'm going to communicate with these kids?"
Yeah.
No, I mean, can I tell you something? Maybe it's something that is a very good for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, in this body, you see, there are three people. They are really alive. I mean, believe it or not. Don't look at me there. I'm mad. I'm not. Well, I hope so. But but in myself, in this tempo, that is my body, is a child that is still alive. And he is responsible for the innocence, the creativity, spontaneity, name it. He's cheeky, he's good.
Yeah.
The child. The other one is the young guy that wants to change the world and has the passion
Yeah.
to do it. And the party and the girls, yeah, still there. And the other one is the mature one that has to work, pay the bills, and keep those two okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the balance that you can
True.
find in your life. And if you have that balance, I mean, you are safe because you see you have the sources. See, the child, the young, and the other one mature that puts things together. So perfect. So I'm trying to keep myself like that.
If
Oh
you,
yeah. So
if you ever give up art, you could sit around and teach life lessons and wise things to say. It's wonderful.
yeah, I mean, art for me it was a tool that I found. It was my salvation, to be honest, because at least I could say to my parents, "Look, I'm an artist."
I did
So
something. Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, writing and reading wasn't good for them, and I was happy, but you know. But also, I mean, with my magazine, if you give me, send me an address, I can send copy of the. I produce this magazine here
I'll do it. Yeah, please.
yeah.
Okay.
So through the magazine, it's a quarterly publication, but it's a very good quality. It's full of art.
Beautiful.
It's art by socially marginalized people.
Really?
Yes, yes. So writing and
Oh, those
everything.
are beautiful pictures.
Yes. So honestly, I will send it to you. Yeah. Um, yes. So yes. So I always creating something, tools to communicate
Yeah.
and give people the chance to have
Thank
a
you.
voice.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'd love to have one of those. And if you're listening to this and not watching it, so we released this on the podcast, audio only, and on YouTube, so you could watch the video of us talking as well. You got to click over to the YouTube channel if you're listening right now, because and it'll be recorded so you can see the magazine you just held up. You can, I guess, can they jump on your website and order a magazine and become part of the mailing list, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
So anything, welcome.
Beautiful. Oh, so tell me about the artwork behind you in your room there.
Oh, most of them are done by socially marginalized people.
Wow.
Yes. So yes, I mean, what I had done here in Great Britain is honestly is quite amazing because I had managed to exhibit their work, homeless people, people with mental illness, at the British Museum, at the National Gallery, the Tates,
Wow.
the Wallace College, most of the main venues.
Mm.
They even I sometimes I feel bad because my art hasn't been there, but 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 it's amazing. So yes, I mean I had changed
Mm.
the perception, the negative perception about socially marginalized people,
Mm.
because our lives is an accident, so we live accidental lives.
So, what gave you a passion for socially marginalized people? Because so many people just pass them by and don't ever pay attention to what's going on. Why did you pay attention to that one group of people?
Again, uh, because when I was growing, since I was quite young, I managed to see the difference between social classes, the social injustice, the poverty, and it really was like touching my heart. And then I had the chance to work when I was 16 with these 500 people that were living in the more appalling conditions. And I was there every Saturday, bringing them things, but not giving it to them free. I asked for a penny because I understood the giving without asking is taking the dignity of the person.
Yeah.
So I didn't want that. I wanted that one penny, that's fine, no problem. But so yeah, so for me, I think it was the beginning also for being interested. And also because I can see the big picture in this world. I mean,
Yeah.
why so much poverty?
Yeah.
It's plenty. In this country, 1/3 of the food is waste.
I know. I've heard that too.
This country. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, it's obscene. When you see people in the rubbish bins looking for something to eat, so for me, it's a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
And also because, I'm quite clear that this planet is my home and also the home of every single living creature. So why we are born dispossessed? Why we don't have the right to have a piece of land, to grow our food, to build our shelter? Fine. I don't need a job. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I love that. Wow.
Yeah.
Great. It's been a privilege talking to you.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask anything you want. Yeah.
Why you are doing what you are doing?
That's a good question. So for me, it came out several years ago. I was very suicidal, having some really hard times, grew up in a really hard situation at home. And it was kind of catching up to me. And I was going through some counseling and trying to heal, and I couldn't kick it. And so I just started looking for people who had hope, because I didn't have any. And I was wondering, I was just honestly questioning, is hope real, or is hope something that we just talk ourselves into to feel better?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it turns out I'm pretty convinced it's real. The more and more people like you that I talk to, and I'm interviewing 1,000 people. That was the goal, and I think you're 78 or 79, somewhere in there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so I'm almost to my first 100. Yeah. No, you're the top. I'm so glad we're talking. And the things that I'm learning, and the truth that I'm learning, and the patterns of ways to live that can get me out of those hard days when they do come, because everybody has a bad day every now and then.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's saving my life. It really is. So
That's
yeah, I really appreciate your time. I really do.
great, yeah. So yes, so please send me your address.
Okay.
I hope that we have contact again sometime.
Yes, I do too. So next summer, I'm hoping to be in London.
Oh,
So what do you say? I've got 5 kids, and I'm hoping to take my wife and 5 kids on vacation and spend part of the summer there. I think we can do it fairly inexpensively and on a budget. What do we go see? What do we do? What's the best thing you'd say? Don't go look at Big Ben or the Palace. Go do this. This is real London.
okay. I will make a list.
Okay.
And you, yeah?
I would
Yeah.
love that. And maybe I can meet you then too. I'd love to shake your hand and tell you thank you.
You come to London, yes. We must meet.
Sounds
Okay?
great. Jaime, thank you for your time.
Yes. All right. Take care. And thank you very much. Thank you for asking me.
Oh, you're so
By the
welcome.
way,
Yeah.
who told you about me?
I found you through one of my staff members. Her name is Sai, and she is amazing. And she came across some information about you and what you're doing for special needs kids and marginalized people in our society. And that really got our attention because we're trying to find people who are doing unique things, but also in genres that are very specific to a certain group. So you're an artist, and you'll have a story that reaches artists more than zoologists, maybe, you know? We have zoologists speaking, and we have knights and Nobel Peace Prize winners and movie stars and homeless people and single parents and refugees and everybody in between. We just want to hear how people in every walk of life are delivering hope and using it.
That's brilliant. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Very much.
So it's a link to see the
Yeah, so anybody listening, or Jaime as well. So here's how this works. We release these episodes typically, I hate this part, but typically a month or two after we record them because it takes some time to kind of edit. But what we do is on isharehope.com, we release your episode and we'll send you a note. Jaime, I'll send you an email, give you the links, and then we push it out on social media. And believe it or not, we have not done this. It's amazing to me. There are people listening in over 40 countries right now to the episodes, and I have no idea how these people found it. It's amazing.
Yes, we are connected. No?
We really are.
Energy is there. You have to do very little, but very good. That's it. Okay,
Well,
Chris.
thanks to you for making that happen. Appreciate it, Jaime.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you in summer. Yeah.
That sounds
All right?
good. I hope to. All right. I'll let you know. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Every interview that I get to do, I am just, I guess, grateful, thankful, appreciative of the time that these guests spend with us. And Jaime is a special person. He is not only a well-known and well-recognized artist in his own right, he's extremely well-known and recognized for what he's done. He's donating his life, literally his talent, to people in society that are marginalized. So a homeless person, a child with a disability, an adult who doesn't function the same way that most normal people do, whatever normal is. I don't think I'm very normal. I hope I'm not. And he's really spending time with people who society is marginalizing and helping them heal and learn and grow and share what's in their hearts. And the artwork that he's producing and these friends of his are producing is really unbelievable. It's gorgeous. And it's being presented all over England and United Kingdom's best art galleries, and it's starting to stretch out into the world. It's a really, really phenomenal talent. Anyway, you should check it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to have all the links to his website, social media posts, videos, etc. on our website at isharehope.com. You can look for his interview, and underneath Jaime's interview, you'll see a list of the links to his locations online, as well as some pictures and videos. We'll go ahead and post on ours too. Great interview. Jaime, thank you very much for your time. You can also join a conversation at Chris Williams HQ. That's the handle for all of our social media accounts, YouTube, wherever else you want to go. And we'll be chatting there with Jaime and other guests that we have, and many of you, just talking through how we're doing this, what's going on. I would love to know if you're using art, if you're using materials that Jaime might be using or any other form of art to bring hope to another person, or if someone has shared hope with you via art. I would love to know that. Love to put that into the notes that we have here, and I would love to just hear the story, because that really inspires me and it inspires so many others. I'd love to find those people who are doing that. So please let me know if you've experienced someone else sharing hope to you through art, or if you're doing it with somebody else or some other group. Thanks. It's been great talking to you. Thanks for joining, and please hang around, jump into the conversation, reach out to me. I love talking, love finding out what's going on with you, and love being part of this community. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You've just listened to I Share Hope. If you're ready to make a change, head to our website at isharehope.com and claim your free copy of the top 10 actions of hope from world leaders to use hope in your own life. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
So I had to say, sorry, Jaime.
Jaime. Fantastic. Man, it's great. So you're in England now, right?
Yes, I live in England I have been living in England for the last 35 years, something like that.
But you're from Colombia, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, what brought you to England from Colombia?
Curiosity. Since I was quite young, always would like to come to Europe, because in Europe everything happens. You see, the Bolshevik Revolution, the French Revolution, the Industrial Revolution. So I said, "Wow, I want to see that continent."
Yeah,
it's amazing. Yes, so I came just to see, but I never had the intention to stay longer. But within the first month, they offered me my first exhibition.
Wow.
Art exhibition. So I said, well, why not? So then I met Princess Anne at the exhibition.
Wow.
How do you do? and at that time, my English was almost none, very little, but I managed.
And did she pronounce your name Jaime or Jamie?
No, she never pronounced anything. She said, how do you do?
So you come from Colombia, your first art expedition, and you meet a princess.
Yeah, exactly. It was like I never in my dreams, never in my mind was like, I just came to see, because at that moment I really want to do make films, So
Yeah.
my aim was making films and going to Europe, but no, it was like that. Very
amazing. It never happens. That's really great.
But yeah, it wasn't planned.
All right, so if I'm reading this right, if I understand it, you're from Colombia, an ex-student of civil engineering. You didn't go that way. You went towards art.
I know, exactly. Because when I went to study civil engineering,
Yeah.
when I was little, I really believed that being good on mathematics was synonymous to be intelligent. And I want to be intelligent. So I had to be very good on mathematics. So of course, my life was pushing me towards engineering.
Yeah.
So
then, you're extremely involved with children and children's art, not art that you hang in a child's room, although it could hang in a child's room, but you're using the tools that a child can use in a kindergarten classroom, right?
Yes.
And you're doing
Jaime.
Jaime. All right, so pronounce your last name, Jaime. I'm so sorry.
Chris. Yes, hi, Chris. How are you?
Very well. Tell me, pronounce your whole name. I want to get it right.
Jaime. You see, because my name is a Spanish name.
I love it. I love it.
So, the J, the J.
Okay.
That's
Jaime.
Like Jose.
Absolutely. So Jaime, and then pronounce your last name for me.
Bautista.
Bautista. Jaime Bautista.
Jaime Bautista. Yeah.
I love that. I like the way it sounds better. It sounds way better than what I was going to say.
Pardon me?
It sounds better than the way I would have pronounced it. That's fantastic. I love it.
Okay. Anyway, so I mean, with living in England for a while, and getting used to people try to call me Jamie, James. Okay, fine. Since I was very, very young, I had a curiosity for life. And also because I was witnessing all the contradictions between what happened in my family, in my school, in my society. And I was saying, what is going on here? I want to find what is the real meaning of love, what is the real meaning of freedom, but I couldn't find it. Not in a religion, not in a philosophy, nothing. So I was always searching for something. And then life pushes me, this black hole, and wow. But then in that black hole, I found a treasure, and I found myself, and it was amazing.
Welcome to I Share Hope, the podcast where world leaders share their real stories of hope and how you can use actionable hope to start changing your life today. And now, here's your host, Chris Williams.
Hello, Jamie.